And we are continuing the adventures with members of the Florida Powerboat Club. Welcome back to Florida Powerboat Club's YouTube channel. This is Stu Jones as we catch up with our club members on the annual Tampa Bay Poker Run, which took on some new dates. It was one of our many COVID-challenged events that we had to cancel back in the spring of 2020. And fast forward the calendar just 5 months, and we are back on the water after just completing the Emerald Coast Powerboat Week in August. So here we are now in September, back on a regular schedule and making up for lost time, but really happy to see the numbers. 46 teams registered here for this event, making it a record for the 10th annual Tampa Bay Poker Run. And before we get started, let's thank our sponsors. Florida Powerboat Club's 2020 series sponsors include Deep Impact Custom Boats and their associated brand, Blackwater Boats, Nortech Hi Performance Boats, Midnight Express Powerboats, Myco Trailers, Performance Boat Center, Mystic Powerboats, Superior Communications, and Mercury Racing Wide Open. In addition to our series sponsors, as seen here on our Tampa masthead, we had DR Performance, who attended as a sponsor with their 32-foot Spectre Cat, and we had Statement Marine on board, our local builder, and they put on a great show here at the Tampa event. And we're going to be seeing a lot of this landmark Sunshine Skyway Bridge, but probably from a different angle because we're going to be passing right under it and getting that beautiful money shot. And that will take place on the Saturday run, but it is now Friday morning as we get ready for our traditional fun run, and that will be enjoyed by all of the early birds that got into the water the night before. And we're happy to be returning to the Tampa Convention Center. We have got all of their floating docks to host our event, and thank God, because we needed every last one of them. Beautiful conditions on this Friday morning in September as we jump on board with Project 1080. Notice one of my tachometers is missing a needle. Well, that's because I've been beating this boat up hard, and yes, indeed, Lavorsi has already got it fixed. And we're going to jump forward as we arrive now at Maximo Marina in St. Petersburg. It's an IGY marina. We've been here before, and it was no accident that we returned because the tiki docks are up and running. Very popular with the local boating community, and also very COVID friendly. They've assured us that they have completely redone their restaurant, and they're complying with all of the CDC guidelines. Remember, it's September and we're just getting back to business. Early in the day now as all of the staff prepare tiki docks, but you can't have a great waterfront restaurant if you don't have a perfect waterfront marina to be headquartered, and the IGY Maximo Marina is just that. And our manatee friend, I think we named him Maximo last year, he's back again, and he's just going to be hanging around here for the party. And we can assure you that no animals were injured in any way during this lunch stopover. So things are going to come to life here very shortly now as we position our camera crew. There's our producer Ryan McCoy on the T-head waiting for the first boat to come in. And our first introduction, Ron and Elaine Long and the team all night long, 35-foot Statement. Ron and Elaine have been our boating friends here for many, many years. In fact, Ron used to run the local OPBA Powerboat Club, which was kind of a sister organization to the Florida Powerboat Club. And we did a lot of events with them over here on this coast, and they live right here locally. That was 2 Statements, and now this makes it 3. Mike and Leanne Drodos from Lakeland, Florida, in their 35-foot Statement, powered by twin Mercury 350 Rados. And back in the day, Mike was a cigarette guy, just like I am, but now he's gotten smart and says, you know what, I want to bring all my friends, and the center console is the way to do it. And just a note that Statement really put on an amazing show at this event, and they were one of our sponsors. But remember, they're a local builder, and they've been at it now for probably 15 or 16 years. My time flies. But who knew that when they started production that they would be building center consoles, because back then it was a big performance cat and a performance V-bottom. Guys, you're going to love this segment because it's kind of our poker run version of the red carpet as we now welcome Neil and Cindy Campbell in their 42-foot Mystic, Team Bodacious 2. Cindy and her lady crew members have created quite a stir here on this Tampa Bay run year after year, winning them the Sexiest Crew Award on previous occasions here on the Tampa Run, and it looks like they are going to be contenders once again here in the 2020 edition. What's up, guys? And a big shout out to the Maximo dock staff who were ready and waiting for all of the boats to come in, grab a line and get everybody tied up and settled in. And time to welcome Bill Munyon, another one of our local teams in his 36-foot skater. I think he calls it Team Aftermath, but it is his new skater. He made kind of a cameo appearance in an Outboard skater last year. It was all white. I don't think that boat worked out for him, so he moved it along. And I think that he finally settled in on this 368. It's powered by Mercury Racing 1100s, and we all know that that is the ideal engine package for this skater. He's got his son Jack on board, as he always does, making it a family day for the Munyons. Altogether, 3 skaters are registered for this event this weekend out of a 46-boat fleet. We're going to see his buddy Chris Lamort along with Quinn in their 36 skater. And we'll be looking for Bo and Tiffany Renfro, who are also here in their 36 called Dirty Money. And I was so happy to see one of our longtime Florida Powerboat Club alumni, Billy Gleck, come out to play, but this time with this really cool Cougar race boat. It's one of the original Popeyes race boats, all riveted aluminum. Got some serious power in this boat. Billy's driver was telling me that he just picked it up from Supreme Marine in Fort Lauderdale, who did some finishing touches on it to get ready for the run. And wouldn't you know it, here they appear. We mentioned them just a minute ago. Chris and Quinn Lamort from New Jersey. This 36-foot skater, Mercury Racing 700 SCIs, pretty much a fixture here on the Tampa Run. They've done it as many years as I can remember. They love running around on these Gulf coastal waters. In fact, a year ago, Jackie and myself and the kids joined them with our cigarette, and we did the FMO holiday run down to Marco Island, as well as the Joey Grattan Memorial Run on New Year's Day. Two in a row for George Ariano in this DCB 29, powered by Mercury Racing 700s. And that's rare for George because he moves his boats around a lot. I know that he wanted to bring the Warlock as well, but that didn't work out. But he brought his DCB because he loves these calm bay waters. This is the ideal boat for running on these calm water conditions like we have today. And if the conditions happen to turn nasty, then George has a backup plan. Let's go back to the shop and find a big V-bottom to run. And this will be our first time laying our eyes on this new Statement 36 Catamaran. Ralph Munyon and his son Daniel enjoying this new cat. The first coming out of Nick Buis's factory here in St. Petersburg. I saw an article in Speed in the Water back around May talking about the new boat and hull number 1. And for those of you guys who follow this stuff, well, you'll all know that this was originally the Polini Marine 34 mold that Nick started with and then did his own twist on it. And I think that they came out with a fantastic boat, powered by a pair of Mercury Racing 450Rs. Well, once again, birds of a feather flock together. Now we see Brian Hoare with his almost sister ship, 36-foot Statement Marine Cat. Same power, Mercury Racing 450Rs. And not his first rodeo either. He's owned a lot of performance catamarans. In fact, has done a lot of events with the Florida Powerboat Club, especially over on this coast. And I'm really amazed to see the popularity of these outboard catamarans in general. Not just Nick Buis and his team at Statement Marine, but a lot of the manufacturers are really jumping on this outboard cat bandwagon. And there's a lot of poker run teams who are deciding that this is really the ideal poker run boat for the family to get out for the day and have fun. And you know that bandwagon I was talking about? Well, it's coming in strong. Scott and Monica James, and you guys would have to know them by now because they were all over recent episodes from the Emerald Coast Powerboat Week. Scott and Monica, of course, doing this as a mom and dad team. Where's the kids? Well, no kids here at this event. They're all grown up now, and mom and dad are going to trailer this boat around and do a lot more poker runs. And they came out of the box early this year with their feet running, but then COVID really put a slam dunk on all of us, and we had to slow things down. So they're just happy to get things back up and running again, joining us at the Emerald Coast. And then we snuck in a small event in early September, went down to Key West, and they joined us for that. And here we are again now in late September in Tampa. And finally, the man himself, Nick Buis from Statement Marine, riding along board with Jerry Hartman on his 42-foot Ultimate, and a boat that I was happy to see again because this was the V-bottom that started it all for Statement back, 12, 13 years ago. It was powered by Mercury Racing 1075s, and it toured all over the country, visiting poker runs and giving out demo rides and demonstrating their advanced air suspension cockpit. As our red carpet segment continues, we now welcome Bo and Tiffany Renfro. That is that third skater we mentioned earlier, 368, powered by Mercury Racing 700s, and maintained by Jason Ventura at Brand X Marine in Pompano Beach, Florida. And time to welcome Weston Harlow, who came all the way down from Pensacola, Florida. He is now the proud owner of this 35-foot DCB, enjoying his second poker run. He just did the Emerald Coast Powerboat Week a month earlier. Purchased this boat from another club member, George Ariano, making this a total of 3 DCBs on the Tampa run. And you got to love these scenic shots of all the boats arriving here at IGY Maximo Marina. You've got to come in through this long section of residential waterway, but it seems like everybody kind of hangs around and enjoys watching all the boats go by. I mean, they're all boaters themselves, so why wouldn't they love that? It's like having a powerboat parade in your very own backyard. Congratulations to Luis Otero from Miami. He's got his new Donzi ZRC, Mercury Racing 1075s. And let's welcome Ryan Foster, his first run with the Florida Powerboat Club in his 39-foot Nortech. And it's the first time for Pete Rivero in his brand new MTI 34 Cat, the 340X, Mercury Racing 400Rs. What a great package and a nice looking ride. Pete is a real estate professional. He's one of the few club members who actually lives in the middle of paradise in Key Largo, Florida. And you know, Pete, I got to say, you do a good job of picking your crew. Look at, you got guys and girls on the front. You don't have to get up out of your seat, and these guys are rodeo trained. I think they're just anxious to get off the boat and get straight to the bar for a drink. I mean, it's hot out here already. And you guys are going to love this shot, and it really illustrates that whole concept of what I mentioned earlier about being a powerboat parade and kind of a red carpet ceremony in a way, because it's one by one, every boat coming in. And notice how everybody just backs up and is very patient. Nobody's in a big hurry to get to the dock. And this gave our entire crew at Maximo Marina the time to get everybody situated and then move on to the next dock. And they did have plenty of space, but you know, we told them we would have about 25 boats arriving, but in fact, over 40 made it to the lunch stop. And there's that new C4000 Mystic Cat team, Sweetwater Landing, Brandon Mayer, along with his mom and dad, joining them on the run. They're from Fort Myers, Florida, where they own and operate a marina. I love this shot, too, because look to the left, you'll see those covered slips, something that you do not see very often in Florida anywhere. And IGY Maximo Marina is one of the few marinas that has this privilege. Combine that with floating docks, and it makes this one of the most popular marinas in the area. Now let's welcome Rob Boucher, new club member, first time on the Tampa run with Team Dive Ocean. Another new Florida boat builder, Team Frontrunner, with this 39 powered by Quad Mercury Racing 450Rs. What a great looking boat. And speaking of good looking boats, I'm really enjoying the day with my wife Jackie on board, as well as our 2 new FPC girls, Chloe and Jocelyn. You know, I snuck all the way down this big long row of boats thinking I'd find something, And my buddy Ron Long comes to my rescue and says, Stu, come on over here, and rafts me right up alongside his 35-foot statement on the front row. That's what friends are for. So let's get back to this parade of power. You know, the only thing missing is, all the Christmas lights as this episode comes out to you in the holiday season. And then maybe this could be at about 8 o'clock at night. So something for us to think about as we catch up to Ryan Foster, 39-foot Nortech, a triple 350 Verados, his first poker run with the Florida Powerboat Club, and certainly helping the Nortech boat count, a total of 6 Nortechs registered here on this event. And another close-up of Louis Sotero and the family. Many years in the club, but their first event with this Donzi ZRC. It's powered by Mercury Racing 1075s. And another big-powered V-bottom, this Nortech 477. Brad Hancock from Georgia with a pair of Mercury Racing 1350s. This boat is a beast. And, of course, it's another team from Georgia. A great representation from Georgia here on this event. Rufus and Leslie Scott in their 47-foot fountain, powered by triple Mercury Racing 525s. We saw this crew just 1 month earlier at the Emerald Coast Powerboat Week. And our newest Mystic to the clan, Waylon Joe, just joined the club. It's a brand new Mystic 42. Quad Mercury Racing 450s were the way to go. He did this boat upright. He's got a very spirited crew, and I know they've got a lot of poker runs planned ahead. And this couple are getting to be a household name around the poker run circuit. Craig and Paula Ackerman from Georgia with their 34-foot MTI Team Sia. And another one of our local teams who didn't have to travel too far to join us, Noel and Gretchen Speranza in their Concept 4400 Team Retainage. They have put thousands of miles on the bottom of this Concept since they took delivery about 3 years ago, and most of them with the Florida Powerboat Club. Take note, guys, some extra styling points. Check out the red fenders to match the trim on the engines and the graphics. And another new team, first time on this event, Dan Raimondi from Florida, another one of our local teams in this 34-foot Nortech. I love the simple colors, but especially the black bottom.
Okay.
Did somebody say Nortech? Of course, it's another Nortech. Ed and Jackie Rachel, another one of our local teams. They've done many events with us before in their Nortech 390. It's powered by triple Mercury 350 Verados. They've done this event every year for the last 3 years. Well, they're just making Nortechs like little rabbits up there in Cape Coral, Fort Myers. Chris Villar with his brand new Nortech 390 Sport. Real Gus, he's from Pensacola, Florida. This one's got triple Mercury Racing 450s, and he has just started running with the club. His first event was a month earlier at the Emerald Coast Powerboat Week. And here's a 36-foot Glasstream center console. Starting to see a lot more of these now in the mainstream poker run circuits. They're built up in Dothan, Alabama. So let's welcome Steve Petty and his crew. He's a local Glasstream dealer here in the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the club, Steve. And another newcomer to the club. Let's welcome Gary Easterling and his crew. And I believe it's the first time for a 30-foot Cobia center console to be in the club. So I'm wondering, do we have an award for that? Well, I don't know. Well, we do have an award for sexy ladies, and it seems like he's going in that direction. And time for some Poker Run veterans. Longtime member Bill Robbins from Texas with his 39-foot cigarette. He spends a lot more time on this coast. His 39 cig is called Center of Attention. He's joined by a fellow club member, Simon Williams, who also lives over here in the Sarasota area. And please notice that very special accessory to the boat, a little mini bar that fits in a rod holder. Well, I've never seen it leave the boat. I think they welded it on. I was so happy to see Steve and Casey Head make it all the way from Alabama. You know, they had a lot of fun at the Emerald Coast Powerboat Week, and they said they were going to come and join us, and here they are. They made it. And quite a journey to come all the way from Alabama. I believe it's probably 650, 700 plus miles one way. So guys, thank you so much for making the effort. You've obviously been bit by the bug. I'm glad you made some new friends with the Florida Powerboat Club, and we hope to see you guys on a lot more events.
Good job, guys. Yeah.
Loving this day. Loving this day.
Well, we like to call it powerboating in paradise, but today it's rumble in paradise here at the Tiki Docks. IGY Maximo Marina is the setting for our Friday afternoon fun run on the 10th anniversary of the Tampa Bay Poker Run. I can't believe it's been 10 years. It seems like yesterday that we started setting up at the Vinoy. Of course, we've moved the event from the Vinoy to downtown Tampa now, and we're going to be heading back there now. The Tampa Convention Center is where all the boats are docked. 46 altogether registered for this event, which isn't bad, coming on the heels of COVID, where we had to cancel this event 6 months ago and bring it back now. So late September may be a good date for this event. We'll see. But in the meantime, we've got about 180 people having lunch here today at the Tiki Docks, who did a fantastic job of serving up some great, well, we had a grouper sandwich and a chicken sandwich, and we had some tuna poke. We ate everything. But that's what we do. We cruise around, we enjoy our lifestyles, and we do it in style in boats like that DCB Cat. Riding on the Cigarette Top Gun today, Project 1080. Haven't been in the boat for a while. It's been a month since Destin, but we're here with all of our friends and our sponsors, the leading manufacturing sponsors, including Statement. We've got Nortech here, we've got Mystic here, and we've got a new Spectre 32 that joined us, as well as a lot of the other leading brands. It's all here on the YouTube channel with the Florida Powerboat Club as we kick off the Tampa Bay Poker Run 2020.
So we're just going to have to wander around the docks for a little bit, guys, and show you some of the really cool hardware we have here. You know, this old Cougar race boat with Mercury Racing 1000s. Of course, the motors are newer. Those are more 90s genre Mercury motors. And then, you know, the diversion to these big center consoles that we have now, which are essentially, you know, party platforms. But I can't think of a better way to celebrate, you know, 10 years of the Tampa Bay Poker Run with this really, truly eclectic mix of boats and people getting together here at IGY Maximo Marina. Fantastic facility, floating docks. You can see the covered slips in the background. But you have to stop and think about the spirit of these people. Like, we've been on lockdown for several months at this point. It's late September. This event had a 6-month cancellation. That's right, Chloe. And we're back on the water again. It's only our second event with Florida Powerboat Club since the state of Florida, you know, reopened for business and the marinas were up and running again and restaurants were back in business. So for pretty much most of us here, this is really the first time that they've had a chance to get out and enjoy powerboating with their friends for several months. And I think that's where the spirit and the enthusiasm came from for this event. And I'm just happy that you guys were here to share it with us. Now, on that note, I think it's time for more bikinis because, guys, well, isn't that what we came here for? So let's spend a little bit of time with our new FPC girls. That's Chloe, who's a local model from the area, and Jocelyn, who came over from the east coast of Florida to join us. So we cut the girls loose with our photo and video team. That's Pete Bowden shooting stills and our video producer, Ryan McCoy, on the video. And pay attention, guys, because you might see your boat pop up in this segment. The guys took the girls and wandered around the entire marina, and they just jumped on any boat they came across. So it's very likely that your boat, without you knowing it, was used for this photo shoot. So please enjoy. Well, I really enjoyed that photo shoot. Thank you, ladies, and thanks to our photo and video crew. Guys, the next segment is pretty much the wrapping up the party here at IGY Marina, and the big thanks to Tiki Docks. But we've got an entire segment ahead of us of all of you guys rolling on back out into the bay waters and heading back to Tampa. Now, we know that you guys love to watch the aerial photo and video. We did not have a helicopter for the Friday run, so my producer Ryan and I decided that, knowing what you guys are here to see, we are going to fast forward and give you a sneak peek, jump up in the helicopter for the Saturday start of the event, and give you some high-speed aerials before we sign off on this first episode with feature coverage of the Tampa Bay Poker Run. So let's get up in the air and chase down some of these teams. Amazing weather and beautiful conditions for our Saturday poker run as we begin to zoom in now on Weston Harlow from Pensacola, Florida. He's enjoying his 35-foot DCB Cat. It's powered by Mercury Racing 700s, and he's 2 in a row. He joined us for the Emerald Coast Powerboat Week a month earlier, and here he is now all the way down in the Tampa Bay area having fun with the Florida Powerboat Club members. And you got to be wondering right about now, well, where's all the other boats? Well, for this first segment, we let everybody run their own pace out to a rendezvous point in the bay. That's where we're going to gather everybody up for the money shot so we can pass underneath that Sunshine Skyway Bridge and get all the boats running together. And one of the 7 statements registered. Let's welcome Keith Overton in his 38-foot statement, powered by triple Mercury 350 Verados. And he went black just like his friend Jason Strauss, who's got another black 38 on the run today. And a big thanks to all these local statement owners for coming out to support the run. And another team that didn't have to come too far to join us, Tony and Jessica Gilo in their 39-foot Midnight Express Quad Mercury Verado 275s, and they are happy to report they only came about 10 or 15 miles to join us. On our last event, they traveled almost 400 miles in the boat from just north of the Tampa area, Dunedin, all the way up to Destin for the Emerald Coast Powerboat Week. So that was a pretty incredible adventure and quite an accomplishment. So I'm sure that this crew is very happy to have a poker run right here in their own backyard. And apparently black is becoming a more popular color with these recreational performance boats as we now catch up with Jason and Christy Strauss in their triple engine Statement 38, Black Boats Matter. Right now I'm not thinking too much about this black statement. I'm thinking more about the crew. I can't count them all, but I think that's 5 lovely ladies all in matching bathing suits. I'm absolutely certain that this team is going to be another contender for that Sexiest Crew Award. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little sneak peek segment and really just setting you up for the next episode, number 2, with feature coverage of the Tampa Bay Poker Run, because we're at the 30-minute mark. But as you look down and see all of these boats milling around, this illustrates that these teams are getting ready to do that magic money shot, and they're going to do that in 3 waves, with the high performance group first, followed by performance class, and then the center console or sport boat class will be the 3rd group through. Helicopter is going to follow all of them as they set up that money shot, and a lot of teams have cameras on board. And I've got some great news, guys, because our next episode you're going to see some really cool footage. So thanks to all of our Florida Powerboat Club members for keeping the faith and joining us here at the Tampa Bay Poker Run. We're going to wrap things up for this episode. Remember, if you want to stay tuned, guys, and catch all the new shows, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel here, Florida Powerboat Club, and hit that notification bell so you get all of the updates every time a new episode is released. Our 2021 season is just around the corner, so be sure to check out the website at flpowerboat.com for all of the details about upcoming poker run events in 2021, as well as membership information. You can follow us on Facebook at Florida Powerboat Club, and you can follow us on Twitter and on these Instagram pages. Thanks to all of our viewers for your wonderful comments on our page, and you guys know who you are, and I really do appreciate that. But if you have questions or comments you want to direct to me specifically, please use my personal email at stu@flpowerboat.com. I check that daily, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks for watching, guys. From our FPC studios in Pompano Beach, this is Stu Jones, along with our producer, Ryan McCoy. And please remember, guys, if you're out boating during the holiday season, remember that the Florida waterways are extremely congested this time of year. So be safe, wear your life jacket when the time is right, and most of all, be respectful to your fellow boaters. Happy holidays from the Florida Powerboat Club. Bye for now, guys.